Hi, my name is Bryscia Dosal. I'm here at Zia Records, and today we will be talking about films. By the time you see this, Christmas will pass, but I still want to let you know what's my top two favorite Christmas films. So we're just going to go ahead and get straight into it. So my favorite film when it comes to like Christmas times is The Family Man with Nicolas Cage. So it's this one right here. If you haven't seen it, you have to go watch it. I love it because it makes you think about life, like what would life be like if you dated a different person or if you went a different route within your job, and how things would have been different if you made different decisions. And it's one of those films that makes you think, and it's a nice love story. I think it's really cute, and I don't know why I kind of get emotional watching that film, and I'm never like that with films. I don't get emotional, but that one kind of gets me there. So, The Family Man, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Okay, so my second favorite Christmas film is this one, Eyes Wide Shut. Shout out Stanley Kubrick. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing the last name right, but he's my second favorite director. Anyways, so if you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. I was so fascinated with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise's chemistry and their performance. I really feel like they just did very, very, not even well, just so good. I loved it. And I also love the storytelling. I really felt like it was very well written. I feel like it kind of gives you a peek of like what the dark side of Hollywood's like. Some may disagree. However, I really feel like this movie was very telling, and I really, really love it. Some would say it's like about the Illuminati. Um, I don't disagree with that as much, but great, great film. Go watch it. I promise you'll be intrigued from beginning to end. So, Eyes Wide Shut. All right, so next one. So, we're approaching Valentine's Day. I know we have a month still, but I just wanted to throw in a romance film. I was going to say The Notebook, but honestly, I feel like it's a horror film to me now. It doesn't, I just don't, it's just like, that's just not real life the way it was. I just feel like it really fucked me up as a kid. Anyways, but my favorite romance film is Casablanca. It's like one of those films that is just like it's an icon film. So you have to see Casablanca. The storyline is, I just love it. I think for me, I was very impressed with the shots in this film. And yes, it was very well written too, but I don't know why I really liked the shots in this film. So, Casablanca for my romance film. Okay, so the next two films that I'll be talking about is two films that are actually inspiring my next film. So I'm super excited. There's a little sneak peek of what I'm writing next, but it's going to be The Lost Boys and Interview with a Vampire. Because I feel like with vampire films, at least the goal for my film is I don't want it to be cheesy. Like, especially a vampire film, it's very hard not to make it cheesy. Like Twilight, that's what we got. That's the last vampire film we had, and it was at least the one I can remember, and I liked it, but I just kind of felt like I couldn't take it serious. The reason I like The Lost Boys is because it's grunge, and I felt like very realistic, like how they were out and about and just the way they looked, and just they're also hot, so I liked watching that. Um, but it was just more of a realistic vampire film without it being cheesy. So that one, and of course Interview of a Vampire. As I was doing my research when it comes to vampires, I found that actually this film right here was inspired by a vampire that, or this guy that they claim was a vampire. His name was Saint Germain. And then also another fun fact. While I was doing my research about vampires, I found that everyone's stories who claimed they met a vampire, they were all in New Orleans, which I found very interesting. So, yes. So definitely go watch it. Brad Pitt's in this one. Again, they're just so not cheesy to me. They're just phenomenal. So definitely go check these two out. I think you'll really love them. So I want to talk a little bit more about the Interview of a Vampire. I really felt like as a viewer watching this, after I was done watching it, I felt like it did make me really think, like, do we have vampires? And that's ultimately like my goal with my next film is have you ever watched a film and you go home and the film goes home with you? Like you're at home still thinking about the film. That was this for me. And that's what I really liked, to really grab the audience. I did want to throw in a film that I just felt like was underrated and deserved more attention. And for me, it's going to be Big Fish. I love Big Fish. Pretty much it's about a guy who lived life. And he's telling this story to his son, but his son seems to be like irritated because his dad always says it all the time and speaks of these stories that he's lived. And the son, I feel like in the movie he thinks that his dad's lying. And then when his dad passes away, so many different people come to his funeral, like just different types of people in life. And it kind of shows the son that everything he said was true, like his stories weren't lies. And his dad truly lived an adventurous life. And I feel like I can relate a lot to this guy, that's why. And that's why I really, really like it a lot. Like, I feel like, sorry, I feel like I'm about to get deep with this. And I feel like people think like I'm alone a lot. And I do enjoy that. I do enjoy my alone time. But I know when it's my time, I feel like a lot of different types of people will show up for mine as well. So, and then all these stories he has to tell and how much he lived life. I bet he's a Sagittarius. It just reminded me a lot of my life. So I saw myself a lot in the dad's character. And that's why I really, really like Big Fish. And then all the adventures he tells his son, we're pretty much seeing it all throughout the whole movie. This one's a really great watch. I really recommend this one, so go watch it, Big Fish. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you enjoyed this. But let me know in the comments, what are your top 2 favorite Christmas films? Also a film that you feel is like underrated and maybe I haven't seen it and I'll check it out. Also, stay tuned for my film. It's called Lethal Dust, coming out 2026. So I'm super excited for you guys to see it. Anyways, bye.